So I'm Kathryn McIntosh, the author of Mindfulness in Multicultural Education, Critical Race Feminist Perspectives. I wrote the book because I'd been teaching social justice issues for quite a while, and I really felt like the students may need some tools to help with the learning of social justice. So mindfulness became important in my own life, and mindfulness is a really powerful set of tools for social justice education, but also to deal with healing, to deal with one's own sort of inner being, emotionality, to deal with trauma. Lots of folks, and especially those who have experienced racism or sexism or oppression, deal with trauma, and mindfulness is one way to help work through some of those reactions and those locked feelings in the body. So mindfulness is bringing your full consciousness or awareness to the present reality without judgment. So that means really sensing in to where my body is, how my body is at this moment, where am I in space, what is my mind doing. So an example of this might be, I went to a theater production earlier this summer and it had difficult content in it, and I started to notice myself feeling really uncomfortable. Notice like I kind of want to leave. I kind of I kind of don't like this production. But when I recognized this uncomfortable feeling and sort of took some breaths and said, okay, discomfort, it is something I have felt before. I can recognize it. I can just breathe. I could sit with it. It doesn't mean I have to run away. It doesn't mean that I have to reject it and say I don't like it. It will go away soon, as it usually does. And then it allowed me to be more present and open to watching this theater production. I can easily get swept away in this busy life we have, and thinking about, oh my God, what's my schedule for today? What am I doing tomorrow? I could feel myself starting to race towards my future plans, race towards what my schedule is. Just stop for a minute, listen to what's going on. I hear the birds singing. I see the blue sky. I could feel my breathing, right? I don't need to be thinking about what's coming next. And by being in this moment, we can actually be capable of just being a human in all its sensory wonderfulness and difficulty. It's not all about being wonderful, but there's something truly human about just feeling yourself in this present moment. I think we are absolutely a culture of sort of superficial strategies, if you want to call them strategies, but superficial ways of dealing with our discomfort, right? If we are uncomfortable with how we look, let's go find a solution for that. If we are uncomfortable with these feelings in the body, let's go get some kind of pill or some kind of medication for that. If we don't like seeing something, that people face, like suffering in the world, we may just run away and not be present for other people's suffering. It might be frightening. It is likely to be frightening for all of us. But if we can tune into that, okay, this is fear. I recognize this. Take a couple breaths. Wait a minute. I see a pathway for me to intervene. I see something that needs to happen. I need to reach out to this person afterwards in compassion and see if they're okay, right? It gives us choices. Once we're like, okay, I know what's going on with me. Here's where I am. Here's where I can impact the world.